One of the biggest misconceptions in golf is to swing it like the pros, you need huge amounts of flexibility, massive shoulder rotation, impeccable posture, and precise weight shifts. We often see this on TV and think, well, if only if I could do that. So what do most golfers do? Well, they try and increase that flexibility by getting that huge shoulder rotation into the backswing, making sure before they take it back that they get into the perfect posture position, and make an attempt to get the exact same weight distribution and pressure throughout their swing as tour players. But that only leads to inconsistent ball striking, loads of tension taking place in your golf swing, and it'll feel very difficult to get that smooth, effortless motion that we see those players do. So in this video, I'm going to show you a simple method that is easy on your body and doesn't rely you to have elite flexibility. It's a move you can adapt today to generate more power with less effort, helping you build a swing that feels smooth, repeatable, and effective. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Harry, a golf teacher professional, posting content just like this every single week to help you lower your score. So consider clicking that subscribe button if you find these tips and drills in this video help you improve your golf game. And also, it's completely free to do, so you may as well do it. And one last thing, Satori Golf, the partners of the channel, the polo that you see I'm wearing here, are offering a huge 20% discount and also free shipping if you order more than one polo. So make sure you go and check out the website. The link I'll leave in the description below for that. So if you've been trying so hard to get into those amazing positions where you see the tour players do, get into that perfect posture that cause you to get tensed, I want you to stop and just focus on this simple thing I'm going to show you. And it's all to do with stopping that tension taking place in your golf swing. And the reason is tension slows us down. Tension slows us down, causes us to get unwanted reactions in a golf swing, and causes those golf shots to go all over the place. So the first thing I want to look at is all to do with the setup position. So when golfers set up to the golf ball, very much so tensed, you'll often see them with their head upwards like this here. Their arms will be super straight, making their way into the golf ball. Bums will be almost touching the wall behind if they were to be in a facility like this here. And you can see here it looks very athletic, but it looks too tense. I mean, my back is really sore just from doing this here, and if I was to make my backswing here now and through swing, you can see how stiff I look when I'm trying to apply that rotation. It makes it very difficult for me to make a free swing back and forth. So tension is what we want to be getting rid of. So now the routine to get yourself into a really reliable posture, not the perfect posture, is by taking the club and placing it across your shoulders, having your stance ever so slightly wider than shoulder width apart, just to ensure you're getting a good stable base. Then we're going to bend the knees ever so slightly, and then allow ourselves just to tilt over like this here. Now you can see when I tilt over, for me it feels like I'm getting someone to push against my belt buckle, so I'm bumping my hips back. But you can see as I'm doing this, I am not keeping my back perfectly straight or getting this C curve the opposite way here. That's putting too much pressure on the back. We want to be in a nice relaxed position, like we see Fleetwood do, is a great example. And just see our upper body tilt over, so we've got a nice little bit of an arc in the spine angle. Now this is natural, this is more comfortable for most players, so I'd highly recommend doing this. And then from there we're taking the club and allowing it to drop until it reaches the golf ball. Now you can see here with my arms, they are ever so slightly in a flexed position here at the address. Now the key for this is if we were to completely straighten them, you can see tension is applied to do this movement. So we want to reduce it, we want to stop this from taking place for good. So we want to allow, when you bring the club down towards the golf ball, a little bit of this flexion to take place in both of your arms. This is going to give you way more mobility, way more room to swing the golf club either side. Now, when it comes to making the actual swing itself, the number one mistake I see so many golfers make when they come and see me for in-person lessons and also online lessons is when they try and stay relaxed, have a little bit of this flexion in the arms just naturally, not too much like this, just a natural bit of flexion here take place as we set up to the golf ball. What they'll then do to swing the club back and to try and get the rotation is keep their head completely still. Now we want the head to be still, but we want the body to rotate. So you can see there, if I was just to get my editor here, just to draw a line from my head to my chin pointing right down towards the golf ball, and we were just to move into the backswing, if I try and keep my head perfectly still, I can only rotate so far. So I've got to allow my head to shift away a little bit to get this full turn, this full rotation we see the players make out on tour. So when we make our way into the setup position, we don't want to see any golfer like this here trying the hardest to keep over the golf ball. It's natural for us to do this, but if you were to take a baseball bat, for example, and place it in your hands like this and make a swing, what happens here to hit that ball? If a ball was coming at us and we had to hit it, we would load like this. And where's my head moving? It's moving off the center point, just like this here. And then from there, we reach back forwards to the center point and then through to finish. Now that doesn't mean we're supposed to be swaying in the golf swing, but we want an ever so slight shift. And this is how we generate that pressure and transfer of pressure either side. So for the backswing, this is what I want you to do. I want you to allow yourself just to make those steps either side, as you can see like I'm doing here. As soon as you plant your right foot, you're going to make a swing up. So I'm planting my right foot and then I'm making a swing up. Watch that on replay from the face-on view there. I take a plant, I allow from this pressure, feeling at the pressure moving into this trail side from that ever so slight shift, then that allows me to get that full rotation into the backswing. Now, a key checkpoint for the backswing is my back is facing towards the target. See how close you can get your back to face towards the target when you make your way into the backswing. So dead simply, feel the pressure, turn up to the top. Pressure, back to target. Plant the right foot, back to target. As simple as that for the backswing. I'm not thinking about anything else in my golf swing whatsoever. I'm just focusing on those two movements, those two parts for the backswing. We've covered the posture, we've covered the weight shift, and we've also covered the rotation into the backswing. So how can we apply this then into the downswing? Well, just before I do that, if you are enjoying this video so far, I just wanted to let you know I am currently offering in-person lessons down here at this fantastic indoor facility, and also online lessons as well. Feel free to check the links out in the description below for more information, and I look forward to hearing from you to help you further improve your golf swing and overall game. So when we take a look at the actual downswing then, what we want to be thinking is a complete opposite movement to the backswing. So rather than obviously keeping this trail foot down, adding the pressure into this trail foot and then rotating into the backswing, we then want to get the sensation of allowing this lead foot to apply the pressure into the downswing and then turning up and through and getting our sternum to face towards the target. So dead simply, all in one motion, this is how it should look like. The drill swing this is, by the way. This pressure into the right, rotating up, pressure into the left, rotating through. So pressure into the right, back to target, pressure into the left, chest to target. All in one motion. As simple as that. So when I make my practice swings there either side, you can see how effortless that looks. I'm not putting any effort into making this swing very quick at all. But when we have a look at the speed that I'm able to generate from that, it is really, really good. And it just feels effortless. You can see that you could hear the swoosh noise when I was making those practice swings. Listen out for this one. Very, very effortless. I didn't put much effort into actually increasing the speed. All I focused on was that weight transfer, turning up to the top naturally and turning down on the way through, applying that pressure into the lead foot. So there's the key. How do we get the weight transfer? We focus on the trail foot, adding the pressure here, rotating up, pressure into lead, rotating through. But we don't want to be taking steps in our actual golf swings. How can we then start to apply this into the actual golf shots? Well, dead simply, when you make this action here, you are applying pressure into the ground. So the key that we've got to make sure we're doing is when we plant our feet, we are applying pressure in the ground. Now, the main way you can do this, the way that I like to advise golfers, is by allowing for a little bit of a squat move. So I am actually flexing my trail leg here a little bit more just to kickstart the golf swing. Now, the reason for this is when you practice this, of course, it's going to look very alien. It's going to look like you're really exaggerating this movement. But when you actually take a look, when you hit some golf shots doing this, it's only going to be a little bit of movement. Now, the reason for this is dead easy to apply that pressure to get that trigger in the first part of your golf swing. Staying relaxed here, of course, but then getting that trigger movement to take place from this trail foot. Then we can push upwards from the ground to get this club working up to the top of the golf swing. So when I say pushing back up from the ground, imagine yourself doing a squat jump. So the feeling for the backswing is all going to be from the right foot. So we're squatting a little bit into this right foot, allowing our pressure to shift away from the golf ball, not by doing this action here and losing balance, just by pressing into that right foot a little bit. Then from here, we're pushing off it. So when we push off it and extend this lead leg of ours, watch what happens. It allows us to get that rotation, that explosive movement effortlessly as we rotate into the top of the backswing. Same on the way down. We're applying the pressure back into this lead foot, then we're pushing off that foot through to finish. So same again, just all in one motion, nice and slow just to start off with. Again, ensuring you're in that nice, relaxed posture position, not tensing your arms and straightening them too much, just allowing for that little bit of flexion to keep them nice and relaxed. And we're just going pressure up, pressure through. Pressure in the trail, turning up, pressure in the lead, turning through. And again, you can think of this as pressure down, push up, pressure down, push up. Easy as that. So I've got a 9-iron here from 140 yards. I should be able to reach this very, very comfortably. So just making my way back and forth, feeling that movement, pressure up, pressure through. That's probably one of the best shots I've hit. I've just hit a few beforehand to warm up. Pretty good shot there, over the pin, spinning back nicely. Very, very effortless indeed. So using the driver, it is the same movement. Just one thing changes, one thing I want to make sure that you add into this golf swing that isn't like hitting an iron. So when we hit a driver, we want to make sure we understand this actually, well, most of us do, I can imagine, that we want to be hitting up on the driver. That's so important to be able to get the correct launch, loads of distance, and hitting them down the middle. But what a lot of golfers do is when they get very tense is with driver, it causes them actually to do the opposite. It causes them to lean back, to try and stop themselves from getting too steep onto the golf ball, and that all comes down to this tension and keeping the arms too close to the body. Yes, it's important for the arms and the body to stay connected to the golf swing, but not to a degree that forces our arms to get very close to us at impact. We want plenty of room to be able to make that solid contact, especially with the driver. Now the driver's key because it's a longer, heavier golf club. It's really important that we keep the swing circle, the arc of the golf swing, nice and wide. So if I was just to get my editor now just to place a circle round, the important part with driver is to ensure we're keeping the width on the backswing and the width on the through swing. If we start to reduce this, then it becomes very tricky to get the low point. So imagine the golf ball is here. Let's get a golf ball drawn here. Imagine the low point is this part here. Well, if the low point's there, we can then start to hit up on the golf ball. If we bring the arc closer, we can see how the low point gets closer to where the golf ball is positioned. Therefore, we're more likely to hit down on the golf ball, so no good for driver. So we've got to make sure that we're keeping it nice and wide. So to add to this drill, the pressure and pushing upwards into the backswing and into that downswing as well, what you can add for the driver is once you've set yourself up with the stance ever so slightly more wider than what we had it with the irons, which is a touch wider than shoulder width apart, so even a little bit further apart than that. Staying nice and relaxed, of course, over the golf ball. Same thing with the body and posture. But as you begin to take the club back and begin to add the pressure moving into this trail side, I want you to allow the driver to brush the ground for as long as you can. Brush the ground as you take the driver head back as long as you can. And that really encourages you just to start the golf swing with a huge turn, a huge wide arc. Again, just like we see a lot of the great players do, Rory McIlroy in particular, the Masters champion and the Grand Slam winner this year. So massive, massive for him that. You notice him do it all the time, taking that nice wide arc into the backswing, and that's something that we can do very, very easily just by allowing that driver head, as we press into the ground here to start the golf swing, to brush the ground. Now the key here, what you'll do is you'll get to this point here and you'll feel how wide the arc is. You'll feel how much wider the arc as you take it into the backswing here, this takeaway position. The key is just to continue that width. So how to do this? Feel like your hands are pushing away from you all the way up to the top of the swing, and they're pushing away from you as you make your way down to the golf ball. Great drill for this. I've introduced this a couple of times already on the channel. Take your thumbs touching together like this here, the palms facing towards the ground, pushing that pressure down, keeping our upper body nice and stable. Add the pressure, push those hands away as much as you can. Add the pressure, push those hands away as much as you can in the downswing and through to the finish. So nice and easy, taking a swing here. Let's see what we can do for this first golf shot with driver. A little bit to the right. I was a bit gutted with that because I hit it really well. But let's see how far that one carried. Okay, so 290 yards, which is okay for me. I tend to look at around the 300 mark carry distance. So for you, once you start getting used to this, you're going to see the distance start to move up. But there's a question here. Is there anything else you can do in particular that's going to help you perform these movements more effectively in your golf swing? And there is. And this is by going into the description below and clicking onto Ageless Fitness, the link to Ageless Fitness website, as they have got a load of different tutorials out there for you of exercises that you can do no matter your age or ability, that's going to help you improve your flexibility, mobility, and increase that overall rotation in your golf swing, which is going to make these moves that I give you in today's video so much easier to implement straight away into your golf swing. So feel free to check that out. There is also a 10% off discount code for you to use on all their course material. I'd highly recommend it. It's really, really good, very, very helpful, and it just makes it so much easier for you to free up that golf swing, increase that mobility, and therefore hit the golf ball effortlessly much further as well. Don't forget, you can reach out to me if you've got any inquiries by using the link in the description below as well. I'll leave that in there for you, and drop a comment down below of what you would like to see me post next. Is it another driver video? Would you like to see another iron video? Or should I start to move on to the short game? I've had a couple recently regarding short game. If you'd like to see a few more short game videos, please do let me know, and I'll see if I can get those underway. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out this video above for more driver golf tips, and this video below if you're looking to improve your ball striking.